Is this not how 25-year-olds dress where you're from? I'm way past e-girl, I'm e-woman at this point. Hey sis, welcome back to my channel where the word of the day is delusion. Today we're gonna do a chatting about product releases video. I'm gonna get right into it. Let's talk about Fenty. I've explained before that you guys play a really active role in these videos. I don't think I've ever been tagged more in something. I saw it and I was like, okay, cool. And then everyone else was like, did you see that? And I was like, yeah. I haven't tallied up the number of times I've been tagged, but I think it's definitely exceeded about 150 at this point. Fenty is doing exactly what I wanted them to do, and they're releasing the Hot Chocolate Dark Brown Gloss in a full size. And in addition to that, they are also creating my favorite substance ever, clear lip gloss. Boy howdy, do I have some thinking to do. Full disclosure, if you haven't heard me talk about the Fenty glosses before, which seems impossible, I owned the original Fenty Gloss Bomb. I bought it right when Fenty first launched. I tried it on and I was like, okay, this looks gross. It looked way too frosty on me. It wasn't quite dark enough to be a perfect nude gloss for me. Despised the scent and taste. I thought it was so cloyingly chemical sweet, and I returned it. And even this cashier at Sephora was like, girl, really? Really? Nobody was returning the Gloss Bomb. Here we are. Will I? I don't know, but I'm really excited about it. Whenever there's more clear lip gloss in the world, I'm excited about it. I think it's really smart of Fenty to do this. And the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm like, yeah, bitch, you can get over the fact that you don't like the smell and taste. Buy the goddamn clear gloss. I'm probably not gonna act on this right now. Rihanna has finally done something that has made my heart soar and not sink. I think our Pisces on Pisces, Romeo and Juliet, Montague Capulet-esque rivalry is finally ended. Now all she has to do is release an album. I'm actually not one of those people that's like, where's the album, Rihanna? Y'all need to calm down. Y'all better dance to that old shit. Rihanna put out one album a year for like 5 straight years. I know y'all ain't heard all damn songs. Y'all better hop, skip, and jump out of Rihanna's mentions and over to Apple Music, because I'm sure she's tired of it and I'm tired of seeing it. Fenty's come out with a mascara. I've explained before that I take mascara exceedingly seriously. I haven't made a video about mascara like I have for eyeliner and lip gloss because talking about mascara is super boring, but I love mascara. I wear a lot of it every single day. It's very like, oh, that's not good implications of me to say this, but I don't really like leaving the house without mascara. I think when I don't wear any makeup, I look kind of like an egg. Like if you balanced an egg on top of a sequoia tree, that's my head and body when I don't have mascara on, basically. So the Fenty mascara, right? I was intrigued by this, but I wasn't planning on buying it because I never buy full-sized high-end mascara. It's just not something I see as a worthwhile investment for my personal makeup collection. And then I got DM'd by an internet friend of mine who was like, hey girl, I bought the Glossier eyeliner and I don't really want it. Do you want me to send it to you? This is not a gift from a subscriber. This is a gift from an internet friend. We've been buddies since meeting on Tumblr in 2013. I was like, sure, sent it over to me. What is included in the package? The Fenty mascara. She was like, yeah, I ordered it and they sent me 2, so here, have this. And I was like, don't mind if I do. I'm kind of like neutral on this, like a little bit nooch. That's my favorite sound in the world. This is the brush. It's got a quirky little shape to it where one side is thin and one side is rounded and more chubby. I think Fenty refers to it as the flat to fat brush, which I love that they named the mascara brush after my transition from middle school to college. I really appreciate that. I feel very seen by that. Speaking of feeling seen, I was listening to My Chemical Romance on the train home today. Helena straight into Destroya. This is a great mascara if you do not like super intense mascara. If you like very clean looking mascara, if you prefer lengthening mascaras to volumizing mascaras and you don't like mascara that's clumpy, this would be phenomenal for you. If they put this out in a mini size, you might want to pick it up. It's not as buildable as I quite like, but it is buildable. I've been wearing it all day today and I haven't dealt with any flaking at all. I don't love it because I like mascara that's gonna make me look like a haunted doll that Sid from the first Toy Story super glued a bunch of disembodied spider legs to the eyelids of. That's what I like. I like wearing mascara that makes me look like I just got cut from Geordie Shore. Geordie Shore, why? Even today, the mascara that I have on right now is not just this. I put this on, I built it up as much as I could, and I still wasn't really getting that thickness and that tiny little bit of like sexy clumpiness that I like. So I topped it with The two-faced damn girl, alright? I've come to be cancelled. I'm Caesar in the forum. Knives out, baby, I understand. Hi guys, editing Nisa. My 4 years of learning Latin in high school would like to let you know that Caesar was not stabbed in the Roman Forum. He was stabbed at the Theater of Pompey, which is a 16-minute walk away. You idiot! It's not spectacular by my own ridiculous mascara standards. That's what we'll say about it. We're still not done talking about Fenty. Playing a little bit of catch up here since these have been out for a while, but let's talk about the Fenty Snap Shadow Palettes. These are a series of 8, I believe, 6-pan eyeshadow palettes that Fenty put out a little while ago that cover all your bases. You've got lighter neutrals, darker neutrals, you got some colorful ones, you got some romantic like rosy tones. But here's the kicker. You don't just use them by themselves, you use them together. And you might be thinking, well, like, yeah, if you own multiple palettes, you can use them together. No, bitch, listen, I'm not done telling the story. They click together and you can have one palette on this side and one palette on this side, flip them around, use them together. I think this is a really clever idea. I really like the neutral palettes. I'm going through a very neutral phase right now. Whenever I see medium toned dark brown paired with a slightly lighter dark brown, I'm just like, but I could put that on in 5 minutes before running to the train to go to the office. Ooh, that's so sensible. It's a problem. There are some whispers that the idea of the Snap Shadow palettes was plagiarized. Plagiarized from me, bitch. That's right. That is exactly right. Do you know what this is? Huh? Do you know what this is? I'm yelling a lot today. I don't know why. I think it's my beanie. Oh, wait a minute. I like how this is like a conversation, like ill-formed, as if. This is something that I made in a video that I put out right before I moved. And I had these 2 Tarte palettes that are the same size. On this side is the Remix Natural palette that Tarte sent me in PR a couple of months ago. And on the other side is their June Pride Month collaboration with the YouTuber Jessie Page. This is the Let It Rainbow palette. They pair really nicely together. So I decided to tape them together. I thought of it first. I bet I'm the only person in history to ever tape 2 things together and call it a life hack. I will be expecting royalty payments from Rihanna. I will accept those payments not only in the form of money, but also in the form of letting me just hang out with her for like a week and a half. I'll settle for even a 3-day weekend. So Rihanna, hit my line. My business email is nisipisa@gmail.com. Let's work something out. I really do not want to have to get litigious with this. So call me. I think we are done talking about Fenty. Well, the sky is blue, so Anastasia is releasing new product. This is the Amrezy palette in collaboration with Norvina's friend, Amra. I don't actually know who Amrezy is, and I imagine I'm gonna get a lot of "I'm the one who kept it funky with Shayla" comments. I only barely know what you're referencing. When I first saw this palette, I was like, oh, okay. We took the Modern Renaissance and the Riviera and we just put them together. I do think that there is a little bit of shade overlap within this palette. I don't know that we needed 4 shimmery pinks. I'm also not sure that we needed 2 matte orange browns in that bottom row. I saw a lot of people pulling out the neutral palette with a pop of blue, which it is, but also, hey, you know, tropes are not necessarily bad. Things that are generic for a reason, because a lot of people like them. Pumpkin spice lattes wouldn't be basic if they weren't delicious. I think this palette is pretty in the same way that most metallic shadows are pretty. Most of the time when you swatch like a well-made metallic shadow, you're like, oh, that's pretty because it's sparkly, and you know, we're all just birds on the inside, and when we see something sparkly, we're just like, oh shit, I want to put that in my nest. I don't think it's necessarily innovative, but it doesn't have to be, because this is makeup and not space travel. I think it's probably great. I don't know. I don't intend to buy it, but I skip a lot of Anastasia's releases. And whatever neutral look I really want to do, I can already achieve with my current collection. This next thing, however, did kind of like peak my interest. Anastasia's sister brand, Norvina, has put out a series of mini palettes, and a new little baby has joined the family. This is the newest mini palette from Anastasia. Okay, so she's different. She's different. The Mini Pro Pigment Palette 3 has a cherry theme with a red and a pink and like a pink red and a red pink. We've also got a beautiful baby blue in the center. I like this. With the bigger Norvina palettes, they didn't quite feel like they were, you know, shaking things up a little bit because there were so many colors that they were sort of reminiscent of your average Brights palette. But this is more condensed. It forces you to be a little bit more judicious with the colors you put in it. And that's why I like this color mix. I'm definitely interested in like going to a Sephora and just touching it a lot with my greasy, oily hands. I think it's nice. I like it a lot. I do. Oh, there's two shimmery shades or duochromes. Oh, she's different.
Different. He's different.
If I see the Norvinis hyping this one up, I'll know they have a goddamn point this time. I feel like people think I hate Anastasia. I don't. Just because I gutted and destroyed my Modern Renaissance palette and I gave my Subculture palette away does not mean that I hate Anastasia. Riviera is right here and she's fine. Unharmed. I feel like I feel like that scene in Toy Story where Woody is trying to communicate with the other toys because they think he killed Buzz, and he has like Buzz's arm, and he's like, no, he's right over here, and he's like, I'm great, nothing's wrong over here.
Hiya, fellas, to infinity and beyond. Hey!
Making a lot of Toy Story references today, what's going on? Am I regressing into childhood because of this hat? Speaking on the topic of when things are innovative versus non-innovative, I've been having some thoughts about foundation recently. When a brand puts out a great foundation range, we're like, ooh, good job for putting out 1.5 million shades of foundation. And when a brand puts out a bad foundation range,
how dare you put out a limited range of foundation.
And then the brand, you know, gets sales anyway, even though they piss off a bunch of people, but they still get money because bad publicity is visibility, you know what I'm talking about? So it might seem super productive to praise brands for putting out large shade ranges of foundation, but I want to push us to be even a little bit more critical of brands, because there's a lot of brands that'll put out a huge range of 40, 50, even 100 foundations, but then you go look at the loose powders they offer, the pressed powders they offer, the bronzers they offer, the contour products they offer, the concealers they offer, and that range shrinks from 100 to like 20 if it's concealers, maybe to 5 if it's bronzers or contour products, maybe to 2 or 1 if it's powders. That's not very productive. There's not many people I know who slap on a face of foundation and then just skip directly to like blush and highlighter. Black people should not have to contour with like dark brown or black eyeshadows or eyeliners because a brand that has, you know, given them the cookie crumb of a foundation in their shade range has not bothered and can't be bothered to give them a press and or loosed powder or a contour or bronzer product that's also gonna work for them. If your darkest foundation is here and your darkest powder is here, that's an issue. Actually, I mean, if your darkest foundation is here, that's by forgetting about the powder, that's the problem. Brands, I get it. Golf claps for you that you put out 1.8 trillion foundation shades. But I know y'all got one loose powder in there, okay? That you claim doesn't have flashback even though it does. Stop it. And stop putting out one loose powder and then making a darker version of it 7 years later. Laura Mercier. Let's stop having black and brown people be an afterthought. That's like my one serious point of view. It is literally impossible for anybody to talk about new releases without talking about, you know her, you love her, you have no money because of her, ColourPop. What I want to talk about is the Mint to Be palette. This is another monochromatic green palette from ColourPop. I saw this and was instantly like, oh, that's goddamn hideous. I don't like this at all. Minty greens, light Kelly greens, pastel, desaturated, things like this. Like, no. I don't like pastels. They remind me of Necco wafers. They make me think of funeral homes. I don't like it. A good many of you are familiar with the recent controversy that Too Faced got themselves into, where after Nikki Tutorials revealed that she is trans, which was amazing, and I cried watching her video. I cry watching everything, but I extra cried watching her video. Jared Blandino, the chief creative officer and former owner of Too Faced's sister, changed her Instagram bio to transgender. That's not the only thing she's lying about. One of the worst things that you could say. So people are like, hey, this is bad. We should stop buying from Too Faced. And Jared Blandino posted an Instagram story like 2 days later, like, hey, her views don't reflect mine. Please keep shopping from my brand. I fired her. And now I guess we know why he apologized so quickly. Too Faced has a new product coming out. He was like, I'm sorry my sister's a transphobe. Here's some highlighters. I gotta be honest with you, bruv. I don't think anybody gonna buy this. Maybe Jared Blandino's sister hates him secretly and wants his brand to fail. So she's like,
I'm already already a transphobic idiot. How can I use this to bring my brother's makeup empire down? I know.
Maybe don't release nothing for a little while. Let's close this video out with something super sexy, special, amazing, sentimental, awesome. So like, I have this friend, her name is Hannah. She's a YouTuber. She goes by the moniker Smokey Glow. And she's coming out with a collaboration makeup collection with an indie brand that I like called Midas Cosmetics. And it's the Smokey Glow collection and it looked like this. We're all very proud of Hannah. We're all extraordinarily proud of Hannah. I'm really excited that she's putting out a trio of lip glosses with Midas because obviously, this palette is extraordinarily Hannah. It is pink, it is purple, it is gold, it is her, it is bright, it is bubbly. I'm super amped for it. I think that this is just the first in a long line of really amazing future opportunities and experiences for her. She's what? Sickening. We gave Hannah some definite like insight about like things to include, things not to include. We weren't in it. We weren't like in it. We were in the world, but not of it. That shade at the bottom row, Cold Brew, if I were a lot fairer skinned, it would be really useful in my transitions. However, I really like that she made a point to include dark browns. Like I said, I love a matte dark brown. That is the exact 2 shades of dark brown that I use every single day. I'm real goddamn excited. I'm very excited about the shade Dofa because I love a blackened plum shimmery eyeshadow. One of my favorite colors to just have all over the lid for an instant, super easy, like one finger smoky eye. I'm also really excited for that shade Group Chat because it's about me. I mean, it's about like our friend group, but like, you know, it's like about me. And I don't think the fact that every time I post something in the group chat, nobody responds for 6 hours I don't think that takes away from it at all. It's about me. It's really nice of Hannah to name that shade about me specifically and not our other friends. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl. That's my dog right there. Ah! Okay. I'm excited and I think these glosses are really pretty. That first one, I don't know about that one, Chief. But those other two, you know I'm looking at this one. You know I'm looking at her. That's actually how you spell her name. It's S-M-O-R-K-L-E-Y-G-L-U with an umlaut E. Smokey Glow. Bitch, good job. A lot of folks have been comparing Hannah's palette to the newly announced Natasha Denona Love palette. I think these were both announced on the same day. And I definitely do see the similarities. The similarities. They're similar, but it's not the same. If you know what that's in reference to, you got a good sense of humor. Hannah's palette is very much pinker, a lot more pink, a little bit more gold representation in Hannah's as well, a little bit more brown. The vibes are similar. I would say the Natasha Denona is a bit more purpley. Would you be kind of annoyed at yourself if you owned both of them? You would, right? You'd be like, I don't need to have both of these. These are too similar for me to have both of them, but too different for me to say that they're exactly the same. You know, it's kind of a conundrum. It's like a logical Mobius strip. You're just like, it's like this, but it's also like this, but it's also like this and different from this and that in the same way that it's like this and different from this, you know? Is this the, oh my God, she's doing it. 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 I wanna dance with somebody. Some sheets with somebody. Oh my God, I literally forgot to film an entire outro for this goddamn video. Wow. 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 Oh God, wow. Hi. Thanks so much for watching my video, you guys. But before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would be absolutely spicy. I was just eating ramen, so my whole mouth is on fire, but I love that. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Nisi Pizza. I also have a second channel called Extra Nisi Pizza that I will link in the description where I post music and covers. Thanks again for watching, guys, and don't forget to use code Nisi Pizza for 10% off at checkout at your local novelty t-shirt store. Man, if I actually had made this merch, that would have been like perfect, right? Whatever, I'm not gonna do it. I don't care. Maybe I will, who knows? I'm gonna eat you up. I'm gonna eat you up with my chopstick. Yummy subscribers. Goodbye. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip, privacy on the door, I'ma make that shit good, yeah. Rich and 8-inch bagel, that's good pipe. Breakfast, I'ma eat that shit all night.